played them the first time, they had 12 offensive rebounds that created 17 unanswered points. We had no offensive rebounds, 0 points. Tonight, we out-rebounded them 42-20. We had 14 offensive rebounds. We had 25 second chance points. They had 7. And in a 2-point game, every one of those rebounds and baskets is huge. So I give a lot of credit to Jeff Capel and his staff for putting that team together. In this day and age, getting older guys, and they're older than the Oklahoma City Thunder. How about that? So, you know, you think the NBA has all these great veteran players, but a lot of teams build with youth. And I think in college right now, the whole key is having some quality upperclassmen, whether they're like Isaiah Wong, who stayed here 4 years to lead us to this championship, or Jordan Miller, who transferred in to be a part of the Elite Eight run and now an ACC championship, or Norshad Omier and Nigel Pack, who've come in and had a huge impact. The guy I singled out in the locker room, though, picked the perfect time to be our leading scorer. Wooga Poplar was absolutely great today at both ends of the court. So I'm very proud of our seniors. Harlan Beverly and Anthony Walker got us off to a terrific start. Harlan with 2 strong layups and Anthony with a dunk, and us with a 6-5 lead when we went back to Norshad and Wooga. So I appreciate the fan support. Our students have been absolutely sensational. I don't know how many people were there today, but sellout crowd doesn't even express it. This was a crowd that cheered us on from start to finish and then stayed to help celebrate the championship. So that's my short opening statement.
Questions?
Jim, can you just put in perspective what checking this box means for you guys as you now move on to the next?
Yeah, what I told our players, and I believe this is true, the regular season is a marathon. You play 20 conference games, 10 at home, 10 on the road, you're traveling and everything, and to be a conference champion, a regular season champion, you've got to grind it out every day in practice and every game. And then you have to play either your best or certainly one of your better games, like the 42-20 rebound battle. What's our record when we out-rebound the opponent?
I believe it's 20-1 now.
20-1? I thought it was much more than that. But that's the significance, you know. You have a team effort where you identify an area that needs a lot of attention, and the players respond by doing a great job in that area.
Jim, what did it feel like to be cutting down the net again and put that around your head?
You know what? We had a podcast this morning. Josh Darrow organized it with Alex, and we had 2 of our 2013 championship team, Reggie Johnson and Julian Gamble. And we really reminisced. We really talked about what that season was like and how much fun. And the thing I was happiest about, most impressed with, is Julian told me that all the players on the 2013 team have a group chat, and they talk on the group chat 4 or 5 times a week.
Wow.
That's after 10 years. Not losing touch with your teammates and your friends who accomplished something that, quite frankly, had never been done before. And now I want these players to experience that, to stay in touch, to have a camaraderie, a bond that says, hey, we're a part of something special.
Coach, can you talk a little more about Wooga Poplar's performance, both offensively and defensively, as you mentioned?
You know, Wooga didn't start today. He's been starting all season long, but he came in off the bench. He played with great intensity. Late in the half, I don't think he had scored. Maybe he hadn't even taken a shot. And he nailed 2 threes. And in the second half, again, he came out for a while and rested. When he came back in, his teammates found him. And then we ran a play for him, then he didn't shoot. So it's funny to me. He's a terrific young man. He's getting better and better at both ends of the court. And if you see, I don't know how many rebounds he ended up, but the ones he gets, Those 5 rebounds you get at the defensive end are spectacular. He's like 40 inches off the ground in traffic and just showing an incredible amount of toughness.
And Jim, what goes through your mind when that last shot from Pitt's going up and it feels like it's in the air forever? Like, is your mind blank? Or you know, what's sort of going through your head at that point?
When they started running down the floor, I said, I hope it's not another Matt Cleveland.
Coach, this game was your 16th win at home, most in program history. Just how has this crowd elevated your team all season long?
Yeah, before the season ever started, we invited groups to come to our practice and share a meal with the players. One of the groups was the pep band, and they were great all season long. The next was the Category 5 leaders, right? And they came and they made a commitment to recruiting, spreading the word that everyone should get behind this basketball team and cheer us on. And without that, a lot of times the players did not have the kind of energy to finish. You get so tired and worn out during the game that it's really hard to finish the game. With the crowd though, they just helped us in so many different ways. And I had someone say to me not too long ago, hey, this environment is as good as there is in the ACC, as good as Cameron Indoor Stadium. And that says a whole lot about our fans.
How about the regular season, 24-6, 15-5, you never lost 2 games in a row. Just reflect back, now you start a whole new season, March Madness.
Yeah, this is a new season, as you said. It's as the regular season's a marathon, the tournaments, ACC and NCAA, are sprints. You know, you got to beat the opponent and move on. Win and advance, lose and go home. So you got to be ready for everybody. We play Thursday at noon. Can be no excuses because it was early in the day or anything like that. And I think our players will. Somebody asked me yesterday, when did I think we could be really good? I said, it amazed me the chemistry and the bond these guys had from day one during the summer. When our 4 freshmen came in, when our 2 transfers were in, and our returning players were there. And to watch them in workouts, get along so well with each other, play really good basketball. And you gotta remember, on a day like today, we expect Nigel Pack and Isaiah Wong to lead us. And they did without big scoring. They just both had 9 points. But they were huge factors in the game. Their defense, their ball handling, and I just think that the ACC tournament has to be our next goal. We got to get focused for that.
Coach, just wondering if this feels any differently than when you guys won back in 2013, the regular season. And I was also wanting to ask about any similarities you see in this team compared to that 2013 team back then.
Well, first of all, my great joy is watching my players celebrate with the other students. They're students. Right? So the feeling I had today was very, very similar to the feeling I had in 2013. The teams are very different. That team in 2013 was huge. We had Reggie Johnson, Julian Gamble, Kenny Kaji, Raphael Akajer. We had 4 huge guys, and then we had great guards in Shane Larkin, Duran Scott, Trey McKinney-Jones, Ryan Brown. This team is much smaller, and they got to scrap almost for everything. To win the boards 42-20, it would be unheard of. I could never have guessed that or anticipated that kind of rebounding game. So last year we played small ball. This year we're playing smaller ball. North Shadow Mir, who ended up with 15 points and 13 rebounds. You know, I don't think Sam Wardenberg had 13 rebounds in any game last year. Northshed does it on a regular. I think Charlie Moore had a great season last year. I think Nigel has really filled his role extremely well.
Coach, you say they're not similar, but they are both teams that had a lot of veteran leadership and also a lot of transfers that came in and the camaraderie. I remember that team. There was a lot of camaraderie and a lot of fun on that team. Is that part similar to you, this group and that
Oh,
group?
yeah. I think, as I mentioned earlier, what Pittsburgh did is they built with transfers and upperclassmen and older guys. I think, although we're not certainly the oldest team in the league, if you look at our veterans, Isaiah Wong and Jordan Miller, they were in the Elite Eight last year, right? They come back with a tremendous amount of confidence, and they share that confidence with their teammates. Nigel comes in, Norshad comes in, and they immediately click with those two guys. And then you add the development of a Wooga Poplar, and he's a sophomore, he's not a freshman. We have a good balance of upperclassmen who have been here a while, and transfers and new guys who have come in and accepted their roles and execute very well.
Couple more for Coach Al.
Jim, this game's been around obviously a long time. And
The game?
The game, and,
Naismith, you mean?
yes,
Oh, okay.
you're only the 14th coach to win 250 at two different schools, two different four-year schools. When you hear,
How many guys?
you're the 14th,
I'm one of 14?
to win 250 at two different schools.
Okay.
Does, when you hear the longevity type accomplishments, do they mean anything? I mean, I know they paled compared to tonight, but what do they mean to you? Or is there something that'll mean more to you when you're done?
Honestly, and I say this sincerely, it means a lot more to my sons and my grandsons, because they follow so closely and they want us to win so badly. I take everything one game at a time, one season at a time. Whatever we accomplish that year, like right now, I'm very proud of these guys. My record or number of wins is not nearly as significant to me as you might think. My wife knows that. We talk about it, so like, if I had, 50 less wins? It wouldn't change what my goal was when I came into this business. And the main goal was to survive with all of the potential for not surviving. As so many of my friends in coaching not been able to hang on as long as I have. Some of them retired, some of them were let go. For me, what I so appreciate is that the University of Miami's administration has really made us feel a part of this community. The university community and the community of Coral Gables and the city of Miami. And when you feel comfortable at a place, that's what's worth it to me, of feeling like I belong here. I love the weather, I love the campus. Tomorrow, if you want to join me, I'll be over at Smoothie King at about 12 to 1 o'clock. I'll have an angel food and just sit and look at the lake and the swimming pool and the Donna Shalala building, because I think this place is very special. And I just enjoy every minute of coaching here.
Seems like a good note for Coach Al, then we'll have players in shortly.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, congratulations.